A10s, as well as a few Lombardi trophies. It's GEHA Field at Arrowhead Stadium in Kansas City. Matt Gay now ready to get this one started. And we're underway from Kansas City. McCole Hardman now on the return. Big lick from the coverage team there. That's going to stop the return before it can get to the 30. So their offense out now to get this game started. It's 1st and 10. It gives to Pacheco to start the drive. And he'll go down after fighting his way to the 32. First down play, nets him 5. It's going to be 2nd and 5.
Okay, this is why coaches across all levels of football harp on the importance of good, fundamental tackling, not just to hear themselves talk. It's to make sure that when one of their guys has a chance to bring down a running back, they're able to do it and keep those plays from going any further.
Now, say he got 5 there, but Brock, all they care about is the first down that comes with it.
Yellow.
Kansas City Chiefs. First down. 1st and 10 at the 37-yard line.
From the gun, it's Mahomes. An alert play defensively there. He got a hand on it to tip it away, and that makes it 2nd down.
There's the importance of staying in phase as a defender. He was all over him in coverage, and that really did help force the incompletion.
Operating from the gun, here's Mahomes. That one falls to the turf, couldn't hang on, it's incomplete. His first target doesn't lead to his first catch. So they're left facing 3rd and long. Here's Mahomes. Complete beyond the marker. And they push this down to the opposing 47-yard line. Working quickly here. Again, Mahomes to throw. Well, the pressure nearly got to him, but still a good play defensively as that one falls incomplete.
This is why we hear about closing speed so often when you evaluate players. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released and alter that throw.
The screen pass falls incomplete. Looking for the back that time. And that's going to leave him with a tough 3rd and long.
Brings up a 3rd down and 10 yards.
Yellow.
Back to the air, Mahomes. And there's a man there. It's intercepted. And the Colts have an early opportunity after the interception on the game's first series.
And what a huge bonus on top of the takeaway. Not only did you steal the possession, but you immediately, Kate, flip this field and give your teammates a golden opportunity to punch it in for 6. And if they score quickly, well, to put that opposing offense right back out there, still reeling from that interception.
And they sent it straight ahead, but the front stops him after a gain of 3.
I think one thing you learn, Kate, when you transition from college to the NFL, not every run is going to be a big play. Some of them, well, they're just destined to end in a minimal gain, and some of them will set up that critical play action for later.
2nd down carry for Taylor.
Well, they eschewed the pass to try and bring up 3rd and short via a little more conservative ground call, but it backfired. You know, the defense, they'll look for keys up front. And they fired off the line knowing the run was coming. And, boy, they busted it before it could get back to the line.
Richardson on 3rd. Almost had 6, but can't find him in the end zone. Incomplete. That throw doesn't lead to 6. And now they're staring at 4th and long. Trying to throw for it with Richardson. And he will score. Touchdown, Indianapolis. The Colts parlay the interception into points. It's a Jonathan Taylor touchdown.
Here we go. Jack. 70 Timberwolves. Go.
They'll throw again, Richardson. And the call to go for it not rewarded as the pass falls incomplete. Could have been 7 if they'd tried the point after, but instead, they only call on him to boot this away. Hardman with a return. In pretty solid field position starting out here, Brock. He's tackled at the 29. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10.
Yellow.
Interception last drive doesn't deter them. They're going right back to the air. As his man, it's DeAndre Hopkins. And he takes a shot near the marker, but it looks like he still has enough for that 1st down. Mahomes finds his man. It's Worthy. And it's going to be about a 3-yard pickup in the end. Play made by E.J. Speed. From the 42. Completed over the middle. And he'll be brought down a step or 2 shy of midfield. They're going to mark him at the 48. Mahomes to throw on 3rd and 1. And that is how our 1st quarter will end as that pass falls incomplete. And they can go ahead and stay in that huddle. We're at the end of the 1st quarter. Neither side separating much so far. Back to Arrowhead in just a moment. About set for the 2nd quarter. Chiefs football here. They'll be facing 4th down. Another throw from Mahomes. He finds him beyond the marker. Tekes out a 1-stop. And they get this down roughly to the 34-yard line. One of their best play calls of this game, Brock. Nets them 17 yards on 4th down and gets them the 1st.
Yellow. At 43.
1st and 10 at the 34-yard line.
Running out of the gun with Pacheco. And he's got a nice run. That reaches the 26. Call it 9 yards. Looked like a 1st for a moment. It's 2nd and 1.
So much to like about that run, Kate, particularly what he was able to get out of it. The defense, I think, feels a little fortunate they were able to track him down before an even bigger run and crossing that 1st down marker.
And he has it down officially to the red zone at the 20. Pacheco gets it from the gun. He'll drive it forward, but won't get beyond the line. Play made by E.J. Speed. Nothing for him on that play as we've hit the 2-minute warning.
So close to a big loss of yards for those guys up front. 1 second sooner, and they got to tackle behind the line. But a stop to celebrate nonetheless.
That's complete. Isaiah Pacheco. And he'll go down. Looks like they're marking him at the 11. Chiefs in the hurry-up, trying to get everyone to the line. It's Pacheco on 3rd. And he could not get there. They stop him right at the line. No gain on the play. That brings up a tough decision for them on 4th down.
Yellow.
He's keeping it. He's going for it. And he will get the 1st as they touch him down.
Well, as they get deeper and deeper into this side of the field, they need him to become the guy who makes those plays in the biggest of moments. And that may not show up as a big old pass play and utilizing his arm, but it was his fortitude and his strength to move the sticks and may just be the catalyst for a touchdown.
Touchdown, Kansas City! So he looks to and finds the big fella, and his tight end takes it in for 6.
Such a reliable weapon down in the red zone. You know, kind of reminds me like a point guard making an entry pass to that post player. When you trust your big people around you, and when a quarterback trusts his tight end like that, it makes a difference.
The Chiefs offense staying on the field. They're going to try for two.
Will set up for the two-point conversion.
Hey, 15, 15, 15. Attack, attack. Right side.
Mahomes throwing for two. And this is caught in the end zone, so they got aggressive, and boy, did it work. They now lead 8-6. Reed now to kick this one away. That's going to be taken in at the 8. This return makes it up to the 25. And even 20 seconds left at their disposal on the final drive of this half.
Here we go, here we go.
Richardson now on 1st and 10. On target to his man Taylor. And they'll take him down at the 43-yard line. Now we get a timeout from the Colts. That's their first. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime. A jolt to start that drive. They're up near the 45-yard line. Taylor gets it on 1st and 10. And he's out of bounds. Looks like right at the midfield stripe. It's a solid 70-yard pickup on 1st down. Now they're going to have 2nd and 3.
Well, that doesn't net a 1st down. You get yards like that in the run game, you will take it in the NFL.
Second and 3 now.
Cardinal, 18 Cardinal. Ready.
Shotgun snap now to Richardson. And this one falls incomplete, so we're down to 4 seconds, and we'd assume our final snap. Just before halftime, we get a timeout, take it.
Well, that was almost one of those nice chunk plays you like to see in the NFL, Kate, before he was able to recover and provide the hit and ultimately dislodge the football. You like to see that physical edge and scrappiness to contest any kind of shot plays down the field.
That's caught for the first. And this is marked down right along that 40-yard line. Just before halftime, we get a timeout, take it. One last play before the break.
Ready.
Throwing it just before halftime. Thrown right, and it's intercepted. Joshua Williams has it. Space, left sideline, and he's off to the races. And forget the interception. He makes this a pick-6 touchdown. That play, Brock, that play was beautiful. Not just making the interception, but then seeing the return slowly come together in front of him as he took it all the way to the house.
Yeah, I think even for us up here in the booth, it looked like a scene out of a movie, didn't it? Starts running it back, scans the field for a lane, then the blocks come just in the nick of time to wipe out the would-be tacklers, and he's got open space and nothing but the end zone in front of him.
That brings us to halftime. We'll get a break as our teams make their adjustments and then return with more of the NFL on EA Sports in just a little bit. Welcome back, everybody. Kate Scott, Brock Heward with you as we're about set to begin the 3rd quarter. Reed now to kick this one away. Very short kick taken at the 19. And a decent return ends as they bring him down inside the 30. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10.
Come on, come on.
After the pick, Richardson back to the air. He's on the move. He's running with it. And he's out of bounds beyond the 35-yard line.
Well, you don't get the 1st down, but I'll tell you this, Kate, that drives the defense and the defensive coordinator nuts. They do everything right, they win, and yet still QB makes something out of nothing.
Ready.
From the shotgun, it's Richardson. That one finds Josh Downs. And they're going to bring him down just on the other side of midfield. That play gains 15, and it moves the sticks. First and 10 from a yard shy of midfield.
Get it. Ready.
Working from the gun, it's Richardson. It's a completion to Michael Pittman Jr. And he has it down to the 30 before going out. And they've got themselves another first and 10.
Flag. Ready.
Richardson now. Has him on the quick hitter. And they stop him. He's marked down along that 18-yard line. It's a pickup of 11. And it's good for an Indianapolis first down.
Let's go now.
From the red zone now. He brings it in. That's a pickup of 17 yards, partner, and it makes it first and goal. Now Richardson to throw. That one's incomplete in the end zone.
Well, you got to have a short memory in the NFL. Incompletions happen. Now you got to make the adjustment and go get the next one.
So the incompletion on first. Here's second and goal.
70.
Taylor will not score, and it's not going to get back to the line either. I think he lost close to 3 on that play. They've held him out twice. Here we go, third and goal.
Here we go. Cut. Go.
Throwing now, Richardson. And he will score. Touchdown, Indianapolis. The Colts cut into the lead coming out of halftime. So here's the Colts offense as they line up for another 2-point try.
Here we go. Drop 60. Drop 60.
He's throwing for it. And he makes the catch in the end zone. And that 2-point try trims the deficit to 1. Things trim back down to a single point, Brock, as they send this off and away. Returning it from the 4. And he's brought down inside the 20 on an uneventful return. And the drive will start out with a first and 10.
Yellow.
Shotgun handoff to Piron. And he finds space for about a 3-yard gain. Play made by E.J. Speed. Give him a few yards on that run. It's second and 7.
You know, not a ton of yards, but still showing that commitment to the ground game. The type of run that keeps the defense from loading up in coverage and focusing entirely on that passing game.
Hero 15.
So we're through 3 here. It's Chiefs football trying to carry this lead across the finish line.
14.
Second down now, 7 to go.
Yellow.
Again, a run with Piron. And this one gets to the 33-yard line before it's stopped. They come through with a nice gain there. Gain of 10, first down.
Ooh, I like that. I really like that execution to move the chains. Now that third down call that they had ready, well, they could stick it right back in their pocket for a later occasion.
Ball at the 33 for first down. They run once more with Piron. And he's tackled after gaining a handful. Halfway there on first down, that brings up second and 5.
A gain of 5 brings up second and 5.
From the gun, it's Mahomes. And he's downed after getting this up to the 41.
I feel so bad, I really do. And I don't mean this sarcastically, Kate. I feel bad for these guys in coverage. I don't know how you defend some of these players today because they get that drag route, they get one step inside of you. Well, there's very little you can do other than make the tackle.
That takes us to the 2-minute warning here in KC. Chiefs holding just a 1-point advantage. Short yardage situation here. It's 3rd and 2.
Yellow.
He's back to throw. And that's a win for the pass rush. Hit as he threw it, leads to the incompletion. 4th down coming up.
Well, he needed another second to deliver the throw he wanted to. You got to give a lot of credit that time, Kate, to the pass rush for getting in and forcing him to dish it before he was ready.
He'll look to throw it. Kelsey makes the catch. And he's tackled after getting this to the opposing 46. It's a 13-yard pickup, and no worry at all on their side from being able to reach that marker on 4th down. That was impressive.
You want to start a good debate sometime, Kate? Go in an NFL locker room and ask which position is the best athlete. The big guys, the left tackles will tell you it's them. The corners will tell you it's them. But I'll tell you what, these tight ends of today, the way they can run and break tackles and get in the open field, they truly are some of the best athletes on the team.
From the gun, Pirine. And they make this stop. We're going to say it about the 37-yard line.
Even though that run did not net them a 1st down, I can promise you this, Kate. I promise you. I know how it works. They're going to circle that one. They're going to remember that one. And when they need some key yards on the ground, they'll come back to that call later.
In a good spot here, 2nd and inches. Gonna keep this one and go. They touch him down as he finds enough to pick up the 1st.
Certainly dropped these quarterback keepers anticipating a whole lot more yardage, but I think it could be overlooked there since they did pick up the 1st down. If anything, they can see what kept it to a small gain over there on the sidelines, and they'll come back to it on the next set of downs.
And he gets absolutely popped to end that one. Timeout, Indianapolis. That's its 2nd. And they'll have just one left to burn now.
You gain that kind of yardage in the run game, and you're going to gain the trust of your offensive coordinator. Plays like that, runs like that, set the table for everything else in the playbook.
What a hit! He gets flattened to the ground. The defense takes its 3rd and final timeout. That's all they had, so the offense free to start running the clock down now. On the draw, it's Pacheco. And he's brought down for a loss. Clock working against him here as they hurry to that line. And a timeout's called. We'll have likely just a final play. Only 6 seconds remaining in this one. Offense looking confident, but they need 4 here on 4th down. Back to throw it. That's caught beyond the marker. And he's brought down at the 17-yard line. One final second on that clock. There's a timeout. We'll have to wait just a touch longer to close this one out. He brings the offense up now for a 1st and 10. Wow, they're going to pass it here. They did it! He made the interception! Kenny Moore with the pick. And the Colts were looking for some kind of miracle at the end. They nearly got it, but this game is over.